Icon? Oh no, it's just a silver pack. Hello? Sandra! Yes, don't worry, you've caught me at a perfect time. As agreed, after the recent form, I've been putting in the extra shift. Oh, why, thank you, yes. Yeah, I have got a new phone. Does it sound better? Oh, yeah. I know the form hasn't been good. It's going to get better. I wish I could blame it, on the fundamentals of the game changing or something, but football is still football. You are absolutely correct. Oh, yes, the personal scouting we recommended. Yeah, I've been on that. Just bear with 1 second. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, I've been all over it. I've been doing all the scouting, I've given the team the break. I've taken it upon myself, and I've been taking it really, really seriously. I promise you we're going to get a result today, Sandra. You have my word. Tower Town, FA Cup, FA Trophy, sorry, second round. Yeah, we're not going to the FA Cup second round, but next year, yes. Okay, my dear. Well, take care. Yeah, I'm at the training ground if you need anything else. It's going to get better, I promise you that. Don't you fret, Sandra. All my attention is on this game. Yeah, I'll catch you after it. Take care. Goodbye. Okay, well, where was I? Oh, it's a walkout. What's happening? I've just packed a Bamiyang. This was meant to be a bad pack for a parody at the end. He's wearing the hashtag kit. Look at this scouting. Oh my god. Fuck's sake. It's meant to be a bad pack. So I can say, screw this, I'm gonna go play Football Manager. And I've just got blooming about me. Right. Let's just go into FM. I can't believe this. What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to Tower Town. It's episode number 19 of Park to Prem, and well, from the intro, you should know what's happening today. We are taking on hashtag United, but we don't have a Bamiyang. No, he's not playing up front for us, unfortunately. We do have a new key player, though, so I guess we'll start by talking about Deji Sotana here, formerly of Manchester United, joined us on a trial at the start of the year and broke his ankle against Brandon in a pre-season friendly. He's still not recovered from it, and in fact he's almost a month plus away from being fit, but I wanted to sign him up because he looks absolutely exceptional, and well, as you can tell by the fact he's immediately joined and become our key player, he's going to be a good little addition to the team when he's fit. I need to draw your attention to it. The league is not going well. Of course, we are opted into the new Football Manager Match Engine beta. It's changed how things have worked. We struggled a little bit recently. I've tweaked the tactics very recently and got a slightly better response from the team, so that's good. But yes, looking at the league table, we have slipped behind Evesham, who have lost, to be fair. They lost to Mangotsfield, but you can see, looking at the table, they've conceded 9 goals in 24 games. We have to play them in about a month's time, if I'm not mistaken. When is the game? In fact, it's a little over a month. It's the start of February that we take them on. But they are looking very, very good. And right now they're ahead of us in the league, which is a little bit of a concern, particularly when we look at our recent form. Of course, last time we took on Mangotsfield, and since then, a bit of a mixed bag, it would probably be fair to say. You can see we started off with a game against Plymouth Parkway. We grinded out a 3-2 win. We then took on Coleshill and won very convincingly 5-2. Kumwenda with a hat-trick. It was the third game in a row where he was banging in goals. 24 for the season now for him. He's doing well in training. He's still happy as Larry, and he's keeping me happy in what has been quite a testing period. You can see since that 5-2 win, yeah, it's been a struggle, particularly in the league. We have lost, well, one which sounds great until you realise that we've drawn 3 games as well, including against Mangotsfield, a 1-1 draw at home. Leighton Stewart with the goal there. We then took on Bideford and lost 1-0 away from home. The first defeat in a long time, stretching all the way back to when we lost to Margate back in September and Cinderford prior to that in the league. And yeah, it was just a bit of a sad time, I guess, as Josh Key got the goal there. We then took on Coggleshaw Town, a 1-1 draw. Cumwenda's lone goal. Thought it had done enough for us. I thought we'd got the win, but they scored in the 90th minute through Jack Bromfield just to crush my hopes and spirits. We then took on Bideford again. Yes, we played them twice in 2 weeks in the league. A 2-2 draw this time, so better than losing to them. But given the fact they had a sending off in the 32nd minute, it was not great. Yes, Josh Key with 2 more goals for them. Leighton Stewart with a brace and a late one straight on the comeback trail, having gone 2-1 down, 10 minutes left. You thought then momentum was maybe in our favour. It was not. And since then, things have got a teeny tiny bit better. We took on Buckland, a 3-2 win. Not going to show all the goals for this one, but we were 2-1 down with 10 minutes left. And cometh the man, cometh Chankazimba. 2 absolute thunderbolts from this man into the top corner, very similar to one another. And that got us a win that we desperately needed. I'm hoping that's going to mark a turning point in our year. And then most recently in the Southern League Cup 3rd round, a really good win against Enfield Town. Enfield Town beaten on penalties by us. It was a ding-dong affair. They are a very good team at this level. They currently play in the Bet Victor Premier Division Central. They're a good team. They are playing, I think, 2 tiers ahead of us. So this was a great result. And, given how early it was in the Southern League Cup, we're not going to get too carried away just yet. But there is a little bit of a cup run emerging. We're currently going into the quarterfinals, I think. So the quarterfinals already. We're getting there. Silverware on the horizon, of course. We've had a torrid time in cups, and I'm hoping we're going to turn the corner today against Hashtag. If you're not familiar with Hashtag United, and I've been working on the assumption that you are, they are a football team that was originally created by the YouTuber Spencer Owen, who plays Football Manager, streams Football Manager. In fact, the club are sponsored by Football Manager. They started off kind of doing a mini-series where they do friendly matches, Sunday league style, but not in a league against various teams. And since then, they've developed into a fully semi-professional club that currently play in the 8th tier, 8th or 9th tier of English football. They got promoted last year. I think it's the 8th tier. You can correct me if you're wrong. I know there'll be some tag fans out there. But yes, since the start of this save, they have got promotion back-to-back years, and they currently sit on the cusp of being promoted now from the Bet Victor Premier Central Division into the Vanarama National North-South. So that would be huge for them. They play in the same league as Enfield, who we did beat on penalties before. You can see their league is incredibly competitive. And, who knows? Maybe we will bump into them in a future league season. But, I feel like the opportunity to play them in the Cup has been presented. Given our recent form, we need to get a win. It's a huge game for us. If we just look at general team news, look at this form in the last 5 games. It makes me want to cry. It really has been a struggle. And I think it's all been kind of largely borne out the fact that Macaulay Power has been out injured. He is coming back to fitness, and you would look at this guy and go, well, he's not an important player for us. He's been absolutely paramount to our success. You can see in 13 league appearances, a 7.58 average rating. I felt like when him and Chankazimba started to get their little partnership going into centre mid, we'd turned a corner in the season. That was going to be the beginning of something, but he twisted his ankle. He's missed the last 3 weeks. And, we have missed him quite significantly. And I feel like some of our poor form can definitely be attributed to his absence. But anyway, in terms of general team news, besides the injuries to Deji Satana, which we're just going to have to get on with until he's fit, and Macaulay Power, the team is still at kind of full strength and full fitness. Goal scoring wise, Leighton Stewart and Cumwenda still doing their thing up top. Really, I'm looking for the players in and behind them to step it up big time. You can see Alex Evans and James Norris have really been struggling, particularly in the last 5 games. James Norris has had a bit of a disaster. Josh Harrison out on the left has struggled to the point where actually maybe I should bring in Luke Billam for him, although you can see Billam's recent form has not been that much better. I have been rotating the 11. You can kind of see by the general number of team appearances, I feel like we've got the Rubik's Cube situation. I use this analogy a lot, but I feel like we've got lots of different colours in our team, and I need to readjust the Rubik's Cube, adjust our formation, adjust our tactics to hopefully get something that just clicks. But I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing it yet. So, I did mention some tactical changes. Of course, we are on a different match engine to what we were prior to last episode. I've opted into the beta. If you're curious yourself, if you play Football Manager, you can go into your Steam Games library, right-click on Football Manager 2020 in the list, go to Properties, and then there is a Betas tab, and there's a public beta you can opt into. So previously, we were playing with really wide attacking width, but short passing, and I felt like the passing movements that our team would do were quite good in terms of, although we were set to do shorter passing, it encouraged the players to get the ball forward quickly and sometimes look for a more ambitious pass. The match engine has changed quite a lot in terms of how the passing, especially over defences, works, which was something that our previous system was really designed to take use of. So we have made some changes. The first one I guess I've noticed, I've got rid of regroup, and we're just going to go with a neutral response to losing the ball. In terms of outer possession, not changed too much here yet. I may change to the defensive width, but I want to stick with what we've got right now because the few changes that we have made have seen us win 2 games back to back. The big changes have been in possession of the ball, so we're no longer looking to focus the play down either wing or pass into space. And rather than what we had previously, which was fairly wide, I've elected to go really narrow. I really want to overload the centre of the pitch. Particularly with the inverted wingers, I want them to tuck in, so it's almost a 4-2-2-2 in more advanced stages of the play, which has kind of worked for us. Obviously, Billam is not that great as an inverted winger, so I have personalised instructions for him to be a winger. But in just being more narrow, being more compact, we've been keeping the ball a little bit better in recent games. Prior to it, I looked through our previous kind of 5 games where we'd been struggling. Our inverted wingers' pass completion was something like 60%. They were just trying nothing balls and getting isolated a lot. So I'm trying to get the team just a bit more compact in the middle. We're going to try and, keep it simpler. And also, in playing narrower, but having fullbacks now rather than wingbacks, they are occasionally going to look to give us that extra degree of width on the overlap. Again, stuff will change. I'm still tweaking it. But fundamentally, how the system previously utilised the match engine and how it was working just hasn't quite translated with the latest updates. So yeah, a few changes. The fullbacks are no longer wingbacks on support, they are fullbacks on support. We dropped the deep line playmaker a little while ago in favour of a ball-winning midfielder. When Macaulay Power's back, that may change back. I have also been experimenting a little bit with playing Stuart as a pressing forward on support, but I want to try this at least for now. And we'll see how we get on. Tactical tinkering is always necessary, and perhaps it'll punish me for feeling a bit too comfortable with what we had. Now things are going to have to maybe change. The 4-4-2, it's been good for a couple of years, but now maybe it's slipping away from us. Anyway, let's get into today's game. We're taking on #United away from home. They are a division above us. You can see their team here. There's a few players who are original # players, you'll notice, such as Asude out on the right. A little bit nervous about him. But our team ourselves is looking quite good, I feel like. We are the favourites going into this game on paper. Of course, paper has never won a football match. Maybe it has if a team's written a forfeit kind of notice on it, I guess. I'm sure there is an instance in history where paper has decided a football match, but I don't know of it. And with our recent form, we need to turn a corner. We should be more convincing in the league. And whilst perhaps Evesham have caught us off guard with how good they've been, we need to improve ourselves, and this is a really good opportunity. A huge win previously. We'll look for a 3rd win in a row, and, well, Mr. International with the free kick just wide of the mark. I have been experimenting with the starting 11, but we're kind of going back to the tried and tested. I guess the big thing would be Chanka Zimba and Romario Vieira in the centre. After Zimba's 2 goals previously, I feel like I have to play him more. As Asude cuts inside, he is the man I'm a little bit scared of, playing right mid for them. We've got a proper English tie though. It's a 4-4-2 versus a 4-4-2. Early on, we're not having quite as much of the ball. They've had that 1 half chance, but yeah, only 1 shot on target so far in this game. Although we're just backing off away from Adjei, and he's just smashed it into the top left corner of the keeper. That's a problem, isn't it? Rennie Steer with the assist from left back, dinks it over, and we kind of just let him run at us. I feel like we're overly concerned, Alex Evans, about marking Richmond rather than closing down the attacker and stopping him getting a shot away. Apparently we need to close him down more. I'm inclined to agree based off that. The ball whipped in back post. He's almost scored again. He has scored again, although the linesman, he's bailed us out. He's raised his flag. Thank you very much, Lino. A set piece nearly saw us come undue, although you can see there a good yard offside in the build-up. It would not have counted, even at the first time of asking. And so far, not so good. It's probably the most fair way of looking at things. We are not really at the races, and it's 1-0 to hashtag at half-time. Boys, I expect a much better performance from you in the second half. I'm going to change things here. I am. I'm going to bring Harrison deeper and set to winger. I'm going to set Billum to winger as well. I want to match them more like for like. And then in possession, I want us to play a little bit more direct, a little higher tempo. Slightly more width as well. And out of possession, we probably need to defend a little bit wider because they are looking to use their 4-4-2. We've seen the build-up play in the wide areas. So let's up the defensive whip just a standard. I'm going to take off Sonny Best, who's not been at his best. And also, he just can't play the deeper midfield areas. And it's also going to give Josh Harrison a chance for a redemption arc. He's been shocking lately. I threw him under the bus earlier. Dropped him from the team. He's back in the starting 11 because he does have quality. I feel like our player just tried to kick the ball away there. That was a weird thing that we've just seen. They've got a chance here. Wide of the mark. I think the keeper had it covered, to be fair. Yarosh in goal. But half an hour left. Hashtag United are mugging us off right now, boys. They're probably streaming this on their Twitch page. Embarrassing us. We've got 20 minutes. We have to change something. What do I just push them forward again? That's kind of undoing what I did before. You know what? It's been a while, but Kit Elliott, get back in the team, Kit. Get back in the team. And also, I'm going to try you as an inverted inside forward. We've not played an inside forward in a long, long time. In fact, well, I personally haven't. I'm also going to change the fullbacks on support to wingbacks on support. And out of possession, we're going to counter press. We're going to look to counter. And out of possession, higher line of engagement. Get stuck in. Prevent the keeper getting it short. I have got one more sub if I want to use it. I could bring in Akeem Rose. Although that would mean taking off Josh Harrison, who got subbed on. Which probably isn't the best use of my subs. Kumwenda's been for. You know what, Kumwenda? You've not been at your best. I'm going to bring in Rose. Pressing forward on support, Akeem. Show us what you're made of. I need a hero's performance. Kit Elliott is the cup specialist. You might have noticed he's been out the team a little bit recently, Kit, out on the left-hand side. He's not turned up, but in cup matches he always does quite well. We need a little bit of his heroics in what remains of this game. A point to prove, perhaps. A chance to prove it as well. 10 minutes left. It's hardly been a classic at 1-0 here. We've gone very attacking. We've got another highlight. The FA Trophy. We're expected to go far in this. The 4th round is the board expectation. Board confidence has been dwindling a little bit due to recent form as well. I think for the first time ever I saw it drop to a C. Which isn't actually that bad, but it still upset me a little. They've got the ball here. Look how compact they are in the middle. They're tearing us all over the place. Really nice build-up play. Richmond with it. Plays it back. Crossed in. Yarosh keeps us alive just about. Although now it's a case of final roll of the dice. Get everyone on attack. We have to get men forward. We have to push for this. There's no point in looking at it any other way. Zimba, just get on centre mid on attack, mate. There's absolutely no time. Shoot on sight. Just lump it, boys, basically. None of this pretty stuff. Just over the defence. I mean, there's no time. I'm making all these changes. It's going to amount to nothing. There's 3 minutes of added time. Please, boys, do something. Show some life. We have no life. We are out. That was not a classic of a game, was it? Oh, I hope the board aren't going to be too unhappy about that. I mean, they were in a higher division than us. The bookies did have us down as favourites. And we're just in this weird slump right now. As I said, I feel like I've got the Rubik's Cube situation. We had a couple of wins in a row, but obviously Enfield being beaten on penalties is hardly convincing. At the same time, a 1-0 defeat isn't the worst thing in the world. Akeem Rose having not scored in 7 matches, maybe a little bit more of a concern, although a lot of those have been off the bench, so maybe that's a little bit premature. Let's look at this. So manager performance, C+. That hurts. Disappointed by the team's performance in the FA Trophy. Don't say that. I mean, imagine if we somehow managed to get sacked. It's not even out the realms of possibility. Look at that. I mean, that's just a little upsetting, isn't it? What did they say? Pleased with the performance against a bigger team. I mean, at least we've recognised that. But apparently, we didn't do very well. We were on such a good run. We were cruising away, and then this happened. It's just not particularly fine reading. We need to book our ideas up and fast. In terms of when we'll be back, I've got my eyes on that Evesham game. They are top. We are second. We've kind of pulled away from the rest of the pack, at least right now. I'm curious as to whether or not they can sustain their current form. Their media prediction was third, but by all accounts, they are overperforming. With only 1 defeat so far this season. But nevertheless, it's going to be quite a tall order to dethrone them. And, well, a lot could change between now and next time, but I anticipate that could well end up being a title decider. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap up here things from me today. I can't get my words out in the right order. I'm just upset about the defeat, I guess. Hopefully I see you guys next time. We need to step it up. We need to improve. I'm going to look at some potential signings, I think, over the January period. Some of you guys mentioned about maybe I should invest in upgrading the facilities. I think we'll wait until the end of the season to make that request. But, yeah, it could well be worth a investigation into, I think. So yeah, hopefully I see you guys next time. Apologies for the fact there wasn't a video yesterday. I had a very, very busy Friday. Just decided to take the day off, recharge. First day of the year that we've missed as far as uploads go. Hopefully you can forgive me. And yeah, we should be back again tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. It is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.